How's it going, everybody? It's your boy, Yamzy Boy, and we are here for Day 8 of Trails of Cold Steel 3. We just reached the Ursula by road south of Crossbell at the end of the last stream, and so now all we have to do is head to Crossbell and get started with the second field study of the game. The field study for Chapter 2. And we'll get to see how Crossbell's changed over the past year or two.
This is the end.
Our chance!
And probably feel sad. At least to a degree.
You can't escape! Fire! Wide open!
It's mine!
Stay down!
Let's go! Get back! My turn! Strike!
My turn. There! There!
An opening! Very well. Is that all?
Level 3 serious, okay. What do we got? Evasion plus 2%. That's pretty small. Still, more evasion on a course like this is definitely welcome. I just wish I had Fee in my party and I could just slap it on her for the entire game. But no, Fee only shows up when she wants to. It's the opposite direction, yeah, but shinies. Oh, right, there was a rock I wanted to hit. Smack. Those are some beefy boys.
This is the end. An opening!
Apparently nothing too serious. At least I'm not getting the strong monster music.
Get back!
They just
My
look
turn.
big.
There! It's down!
It's mine! My turn.
Oh, I can hit
Rihanna,
both of them.
activate. Fire!
I was almost sad.
Now, Instructorine!
Leave it to me!
Here I go! Ah!
More enemies! It's my turn! Second form, Gale! My turn! Strike! There!
It's mine! It's my turn! Take this! I shall go.
Will you break already, please?
There!
An opening!
Thank you.
An opening!
Holy crap, that damage.
My turn!
Hey, Saika, how's it going, dude?
Yeah!
I know I'm actually
It's down.
streaming what I said I would stream.
It's mine.
It's a miracle.
All right!
Genshin hasn't taken over my life.
Take this! Well, look at that.
I know you can't see me because I don't have my camera on, but I blinked twice. Send help.
Ah, treasure chest.
Alright, I can send that to Rosine.
Hello there, Reen.
Been away for 23 hours. Oof. It'd be like that sometimes.
You found some new records? Very well. I'll start deciphering them. Leave it to me.
So what's your creepy boss doing these days, anyway? I don't know how the guy manages it, but he manages to be creepy in 2 different ways at once. Whether he's the doofus professor, or the please don't look at me like that girl sweater.
Get back! Very well.
It would be impressive if I wasn't so afraid.
Strike!
Now. Brionac, activate. Fire. There. Instructor Ring.
Leave it to me!
There.
Here I go! It's my turn! Ah! Wide open!
It's mine!
Right on!
Do you know something about those ruins in the water?
Oh yeah.
There.
The locals call it the happily ever after
There.
shrine. They say that couples who say their vows here will be together forever.
Nah.
I don't recall that. I recall the locals not really knowing much about it either.
It's down! Let's go, Altina!
Understood.
Sit!
There. Was my support helpful?
Yeah,
Nice.
thanks as always.
Auto tier. That's helpful.
I found some treasure!
Hi.
Everyone ready?
I just wanted to take a picture, buddy. Look at that friggin' sheep. It thinks it has the jukes. Look at it hopping back and forth like that. Bobbing and weaving.
Get back!
All right! You can't escape! Fire!
Very well. Strike! It's down!
It's mine!
Now. Brionac, activate. Fire.
Okay.
It's my turn! Sit!
I don't think that's gonna help you
Very
too
well.
much.
Yeah! Huh. Is that all?
Come on. Where's the pop-up?
Hey, look!
There it is.
There's some fish there!
No. Definitely not a certain blue-haired swordswoman.
It's my turn!
Here I go!
Wrong button.
Let's go!
I shall go.
Supreme? No, let's. Oh, wow. I'll send you your reward.
Please stop talking like that. Okay, what kind of fish can we get from
Casting.
here?
Bite received. It's strong.
I think that's a new one.
It's a big one.
As a little fish. Okie dokie. I'm glad to see him getting new stuff at least.
Casting. Bite received.
Rip.
Mission failed. Casting. Bite received.
Oh, come on.
Mission
That
failed.
was like a pixel off. Rip.
Casting. Bite received. It's strong.
That's an arowana, but is it a green one? That's my question. Yes,
I got
yes,
one.
it is.
Casting. Bite received. It's strong.
That's new. Also looks big.
The expected result.
Rainbow trout, nice. I love catching rainbow trouts because of this. That actually could be super useful in this game, considering how stingy
Casting.
battles tend to be with dropping Sepith.
Bite received. Heavy tension on the line.
Hey, this is also new.
It's a big one.
The heck is that face, though? That is one ugly fish.
Casting. Bite received. Heavy tension on the line.
Rainbow trout, gimme.
I got one. Casting.
Well, it's 3 new fish for
Bite
this
received.
one hole. Is there more?
Mission failed. Casting. Bite received. It's strong.
Another puffer. Gimme.
I got one. Casting. Bite received.
Rip.
Mission failed.
I think that one was also a puffer.
Casting. Bite received. It's strong.
Oh. I thought it was done
Mission
pulling.
failed.
I was not paying close attention.
Casting. Bite received. Heavy tension on the line. It's a big one.
Okay, so I'm gonna go until I either get a new fish
Casting.
or get another rainbow trout.
Bite received. Heavy tension on the line. I got one. Casting. Bite received. Heavy tension on the line.
Puffers for days.
The expected result. Casting. Bite received. Heavy tension on the line. I got one.
I wonder if this is enough to level up
Casting.
my fishing rack.
Bite received.
I did get 3 new fish here, and that's quite a
Heavy
bit.
tension on the line. The expected result. Casting. Bite received.
That's not a
Mission
rainbow
failed.
trout.
Casting.
I don't want to blow all my bait.
Bite received. Mission failed. Casting. Bite received. Heavy tension on the line. The expected result.
Okay, fine. I'm just gonna stick with that. Can I go back to the camp? I want to check in with Freddy, see how my progress is. That is the wrong button. Cool, I can't go back. Good. Hey, Freddy. I forgot where he's hanging out this morning. There you are. Sweet!
You bet!
Eh! Frickin' stop it.
You've got good taste.
Still no quartz available. Black bangle for rainbow trout. It's kind of meh. I don't know about that. Though Tierra bombs will be nice. I don't have a whole lot. And by that I mean I don't have any. And I have a lot of puffers.
Give it a try.
Oh yeah, everything in the shop that's
You've got
interesting.
good taste.
Nope. Stuff I all have already.
Give it a try.
Okie doke. So
Let's go.
That thing I got
my
is
turn.
a
Well.
fishing
My
rod
turn.
part, right? So it just upgrades my fishing rod. That's how this game handles fishing rods. You just upgrade the one you have instead of buying a bunch of different ones. I think. Come on, get linked.
We have the advantage.
You can't escape our chance! Everyone ready?
I got it. My turn. Ha! There.
It's mine!
I'll end it. There's more. Let's go.
Fine.
It's down.
It's mine! All right! You can't escape! Wide open!
It's mine.
Stay down!
An opening. I'm up.
That
I
counters
shall
though.
go.
I don't need to waste
I'm up.
CP on that when it's fainted.
Everyone okay?
Ooh, another level up. Skull. More break damage, of course. And HP regen. Okay. Sure, why not?
All right. Got it.
Not
Yeah.
amazing, but
That's
better than not having it, I guess. Wait.
there.
Punch.
It finally feels like I'm home.
I mean,
Now entering Crossbell City.
you are. And we've returned. After 3 games, we're finally back in Crossbell, boys. It's kind of bittersweet. Yeah, Yuna doesn't seem super happy about seeing the place. Wonder why that is.
My, there are a lot of new buildings here. It's quite different from Heimdall.
Orcus Tower is particularly impressive.
It's also part of a Septarian, but let's not pay attention to that. It's a
There may
very
be
nice
plenty of
tower.
new buildings, but we've got a lot of historic ones too. Since Erebonia and Calvard used to govern this place together, it's got influences from both countries.
I imagine so. That large bell there is rather impressive too. And there are quite a few orbital cars on the road. It's just what I'd expect from one of the most cosmopolitan cities in Zemuria.
It may also be a rather spooky bell. Finally seeing the light, huh? I don't think anywhere in Erebonia is a match for this city when it comes to modern technology and orbital cars. You're right. Perhaps. But the capital also has plenty of orbital cars. The main streets are always so congested, the only way to get anywhere is to take the trams. Well, population-wise, the capital is 880,000, and Crossbell is 530,000. In terms of modernization, Ruhr is a very technologically advanced city as well. Taking the wind out of her sails, guys. Oh, but we're not trying to say Crossbell isn't great or anything. I'm simply saying, if you compare the cities by one aspect at a time... Why can't you just be impressed? This is a center of economics, international trade, and culture for the whole western half of Zemuria. We've got the best technology in the world here, including the orbital net. Heck, we've even got orbital air conditioning all over the place. That certainly is impressive. It's true that not many places have implemented the orbital network. What? Do you think I'm being childish? No, I think it's great. You're right, this place is special, in terms of technology, economics, and history. Once we start going around, they'll understand soon enough. Huh. Good point. I am looking forward to it. Anyway, don't we need to see the Governor General? We need to go to Orcus Tower. Alright, let's head north to the Administrative District. You don't need to tell me where that is, buddy. I've been in this city more than you. Oh, I guess I don't get to walk there. "250 yards. It's taller than I expected. I suppose this place must be quite important. Volume-wise, Valflame Palace is bigger, but in terms of height, this building is the tallest in the world. Yeah, but I hear it has a ton of empty, unused floors in it that may or may not hide suspicious devices. It's just storage. I wonder why there are so many people running around here first thing in the morning, though. It's probably because of the inspection team. Oh, yeah. Most likely. They're to arrive just past noon, right? Yeah. We'll need to find out how this affects our special operations missions. Let's go talk with the Governor General right away. Yeah. Move out. Hey guys. Do I know any of you? I do not know a Tajik. I may or may not know Citizen. There are many of them. I also don't recognize Joey. Oh, I just want to see, like, NPCs that I'm familiar with, guys. Even if they're inconsequential. Wow, this place is amazing. In terms of both technology and expense. Well, it was built by the richest person in the world. The former president of Crossbell, as well as the CEO of the International Bank. You are from the Thor's Military Academy branch campus, correct? Yes, we are Class 7, Special Operations. I was told you'd be visiting. Please accompany me to the elevator over there. The Governor General is waiting in his office on the 20th floor. Okay. It's gonna be kind of awkward talking to Rufus in this capacity. It's not my first time seeing it, but it's still breathtaking. I'm sure the view from the top is even more impressive. Speaking of which, have they put, guardrails up yet? Those were missing last time I was here. It seems like kind of a safety oversight. That's one way of mildly putting it. Crossbell's changed so much since this tower was put up. Yeah. A lot of things started happening once that was done. A mayor popular with the people declared her independence at an international conference. Then he went to war with both the Empire and the Republic. If he hadn't done all that, we'd still be... I see. My apologies. I neglected to do my research. Well, it's all in the past now. Yes, but it's the near past, at least. Let's hurry and go meet the Governor General. That's like the 6th time people have said that. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Thanks, guys. I almost forgot. The Governor General's room is through the second set of doors. Please proceed down the hall. Understood. Let's go. Let's do it. Zoom. Hello, government employee. They were checked for security reasons, logic would dictate that they're checking for weapons, but they are very well aware that we are armed. That's kind of our thing.
Pardon us.
Unless they disarmed us while we were in here.
Ah, yes. Do come in.
It's good to see you again.
Excuse us.
Hi, Rufus.
Yes, it's nice to see you both again, too.
How are you doing?
Though I think it's my first time meeting the other two. I am the Governor General of the province of Crossbell, Rufus Alberea. It's a pleasure to meet the new Class 7 of Thor's branch campus. It's been some time since I last saw you, but I can tell at a glance how different you look. You've definitely gotten taller, but more importantly, you've really matured.
Thank you. Though I'd have to say Eustace has changed even more than me.
I wouldn't know that yet. I haven't seen him.
Yes, so I hear. Speaking of, you seem to have changed as well.
And you haven't changed at all, Governor General.
Okay,
My
that
height
part's
is
true.
approximately the same as it's always been.
I don't think he's talking about your height.
Allie.
So tactless.
Granted, your blunt manner of speaking hasn't changed. It seems you have some good friends now, though.
It's an honor to meet you, Your Excellency. I am Kurt Vander, the second child of the Vander house.
Ah, yes. Your father has helped me out a number of times in the past. It's unfortunate you didn't join the main campus, but I'm sure there are valuable opportunities to be had at the branch campus as well.
Thank you.
And you are...
Una Crawford.
Keep it cool.
Originally from the Crossbell Military Police Academy. I transferred to Thor's branch campus.
Oh, I've heard about you. You're acquainted with First Lieutenant Orlando and Second Lieutenant Seeker, correct? Further, Major Revelt was the one who recommended you to the Academy.
Are we gonna get to see Noelle?
I'm sure you've gone through much lately, but I think you'll find your new school to be a good match for you. I believe it is a good blend of the perspectives of both Erebonia and Crossbell.
Yes, I'll do my best.
Alright then. I'll make my report now. I can read simple sentences. Very well. I pray to Adios you find success. I'm sure you're already aware, but an inspection team will be visiting from the Imperial mainland. Despite the fact that we've raised our security level to maximum, I yet have my concerns. The Society has been active, and a cryptid has suddenly appeared. Cryptid still appearing in Crossbell, huh? Why? I guess there's more mystical shenanigans going on here than what transpired in Zero and Azure. Crucial investigation report? Is that? What's a cryptid? I feel like I've heard the term before. It's kind of a mystical, demon-like creature born from the higher elements, and they're creepy, and I don't like them. Cryptids are extremely powerful monsters with mysterious powers. During the Civil War, a number of them appeared around the Empire. But they're showing up in Crossbell now? To be fair, they were showing up in Crossbell then, too. Have to watch the rest of it. Alright, dude, sleep well. Go get yourself some rest. But I'm told this isn't the first time they've appeared in Crossbell. Have you perchance heard about them before, Una? Yes. I didn't know they showed up in the Empire too, but I heard a few of them appeared after the Declaration of Independence a year and a half ago. I see. But why would they reappear now? Could it have something to do with the Society? Given their actions in Sutherland, they should most definitely be our top suspects. I hope I can ask the branch campus to be on the lookout. Understood. I'll relay your message to the others. Do we need to investigate the cryptid on the mountain path as well? No, that one has already been defeated. I'd like for you to investigate other areas in which they were seen. Already defeated? Was it by our boy Lloyd and Risha? Was it the Imperial Army's doing? No. A certain wanted fugitive took care of it. It is Lloyd! Tonfa boy, best boy. A wanted fugitive? Instructor Reen. Yeah. However, it wouldn't do to keep relying on a wanted man to clean up things for us. Therefore, I expect good news from all of you in regard to this task. And with that, I bid you all good luck. Ashen Chevalier and members of the new Class 7. I mean, I'm perfectly content to leave Lloyd to killing cryptids. Lloyd's a good boy, he didn't do anything wrong. He's just having everything dumped on him, because life's a bitch. Oh, before you go, a small bit of news from Lecter. It seems there's a possibility the Society's witch is here in Crossbell. Really? They've traced the radio recordings back to somewhere in Crossbell. It could be a false lead, but the Intelligence Division is looking into it. Understood. I'll be on the lookout myself. She's a difficult woman to deal with, so do be careful. Also, it seems like you've been in contact with Eustace recently. Yeah, mostly through letters and oral messages. We haven't seen each other in a while since we've each been so busy. I see. Have you not talked with him since? I haven't. We can speak about my younger brother when the opportunity presents itself. Though I'm sure we'll have much more to discuss besides just him. It's still kind of unresolved, isn't it? Understood. When the opportunity presents itself. Suddenly, Reen has daddy issues. You know, he was fine when he was just an adopted son of a baron. But now he has another dad, and he doesn't like it. What were you talking with Governor General Rufus about? Was it about Eustace Alberea? Yeah, more or less. Eustace. He's Governor General Rufus's younger brother, correct? He's the acting head of the Alberea Dukedom, which oversees the Kreutzen province. He's also a member of the old Class 7. I see. Jeez, is everyone from the old Class 7 some mega hotshot? Pretty much, yeah. That seems to be how it's turning out. Even that Elliot guy is the son of some bigwig in the Imperial Army, right? I guess you could say Gaius isn't necessarily a big shot. But he's not a big shot either. He's probably very well respected in the Nord Highlands. I guess so. Though he may not measure up to the allies that fugitive has helping him. I've been wondering. You seem to have an idea of who this fugitive could be. Yep.
But of course, he's the true hero of Crossbell.
I respect him so much, I cosplay as him 24/7.
He beat down an evil cult and arrested the dictator mayor.
Excuse me?
You heard her. That's exactly what he did.
Before the annexation, the Crossbell Police Department had a division called the Special Support Section. The man we're talking about was its leader. He and the other members overcame so much together.
Wish you could watch, but your Twitch won't stop loading. Ooh. That's unfortunate.
And now, he's a fugitive in his own home. Lloyd Banning's. Instructor Randy was a member of the SSS too, actually.
Instructor Randolph worked alongside someone like that?
Sure did.
So, if this man is a fugitive, what has he done?
He's pretty much just getting blamed for everything that went wrong with Crossbell for no good reason.
Did he resort to terrorism in an attempt to free Crossbell?
Don't even joke about that! I mean, sure, he's in hiding now, but he's just trying to help Crossbell get its freedom back. Not to mention, he's helping people in trouble and hunting down cryptids. There's absolutely no way someone like him is a criminal.
He's trying to bracer his way back to Crossbell's independence.
He and his friends are the ones in the right.
He certainly seemed like a just person. Yeah. He couldn't be farther from being the dangerous fugitive they painted him as. Wait, you both know him? We may have met. You refreshed and now it seems stable? Well, that's good. Let's hope it stays that way. Yeah, we fought him back before when he was branded a fugitive. For that short time where we actually controlled Lloyd, that was unexpected, but welcome. Each of us refused to back down, but in the end, he came out on top. Until you called Valimar, of course. The weight of what he was shouldering, his flawless teamwork. I told him it was a tie at the time, but looking back, there's no question I lost. Well, I beg to differ. You get it, instructor. There's no doubt he and the rest of the SSS are Crossbell's true heroes. Way more than a certain chevalier I could name. But that doesn't change the fact that he's a criminal. Like I said, I don't see him as a criminal at all. Though the Governor General certainly seems to. I know you don't want to hear this, but don't even think about going to help him out, okay? I know that. Even Randy's holding himself back. So I'll give these special operations missions my all. Since Randy isn't allowed to go anywhere, I'll help lessen Lloyd's burden for him. Yuna, you're certainly energetic all of a sudden. Well, she is a Lloyd stan, as clearly indicated by her attire. I'm glad to see you finally return to your usual self. I agree. But that's strange. Kia! Lloyd Bannings. I heard he's on the run with that girl. Even if he gets help from the Divine Blade of Wind, or Yin. Oh, is Arios a good boy now? How long can he keep running like this? Good question. Okey-doke. I think I'm in the lobby. Yeah, first floor.
Well, fancy meeting you here, Reen.
Who dat?
Huh?
Oh,
Machias! What's up, dude? Ah, yes. Pure coincidence, I'm sure.
Machias!
You haven't been planning this.
It's good to see
My
you.
boy that everyone
Did you
hates.
just get here?
I don't hate him, he's just never been that useful compared to the rest of the party members. He doesn't stand out. Him and Elliot kind of have that problem. And Gaius, too, to an extent.
Oh, no. I arrived yesterday and came here first thing this morning. My inspection work starts today, and just like your field exercises. My fellow inspectors and I need to go greet the Governor General.
Ah, I see. We just got back
He
from
took
meeting
his
with him,
mystery
actually.
one to the end. Why a shotgun? Well, why not?
Good luck.
Don't worry. I'm ready for him.
Hey, is he... Yes, he is also a member of the old Class 7, as well as the son of the Imperial Governor. It turns out Ring knows fucking everybody. Everybody was in Class 7, didn't you know? Governor Regnick's son? I don't know who that is, but he sure sounds like a big deal. You're that Black Rabbit girl. I'd heard you enrolled at the branch campus, but you've sure changed. Yeah, she's way cuter now. Nice to meet you two as well. I'm Machias Regnitz. I'm here in Crossbell on business for the Government Accountability Inspectorate. That's quite a mouthful. It's an organization that keeps check on the various governmental agencies from a judicial standpoint. Is that so? It sounds like you chose the hard road at the worst time. Ellie, come on. Rude as usual. No, she's absolutely right. We're in charge of making sure there's no wrongdoing in all the government agencies, including the Imperial Government and the Governor General. Sheesh. Seems hard road was an understatement. Yet, it's the one he chose all the same. It seems like you're doing well, all things considered. Yeah, at times it feels a bit like the walls are closing in, But it's the same for everyone these days, right? Yeah, pretty much.
Machias! We're clear to visit now!
I think that's the first party member that hasn't hugged Reen. It just fist bumped too instead. You got Wise 5 running? Nice. Does it have, like, compatibility issues with the newer operating systems or something that makes it difficult to install? Who are you? Oh, Reiner. Wait, Reiner. That name sounds familiar. Oh, it was never translated. Okay. Makes sense. Reiner. I know that name. Was that the name of Grace's photographer from the Crossbell games? I don't know why it would be, because I don't know why he'd be working in an Erebonian governmental agency now. Let me introduce you. This is my classmate, Reen, and these are his students. Oh man, for real? I heard so much about you from Machias. I'm flattered. We shouldn't keep the Governor General waiting. It's running off a SNES 9X and through a fan patch. Nice! Fans are good people sometimes. Other times they can test patience. Depending on the fan. You're here for field exercises? I'm sure it'll be tough, but give it everything you got. I'll give you a call tonight, Reen. Good luck to you all. Yeah. See you later, Machias. You too, Reiner. Farewell. Good luck. Have fun, guys. We're gonna go have fun having quests and stuff. He's young, but he seems quite capable. I mean, he seems much more grounded than his superior. However, the Inspectorate is full of talented people, so I'm sure that his superior is good too. Though, he seems a little inexperienced to be taking on the Imperial Government or the Governor General. Yeah, but that would be hard for anyone. Our Class 7 predecessors all seem to be really challenging themselves, huh? I don't know how to say this, but I'm starting to feel really motivated. I couldn't sound as enthusiastic as you if I wanted to, but I agree. So, should we get started on our special operations missions? Right. Let's check the request document one more time. And by one more time, you mean for the first time, right? Because I haven't seen them. Let's see. The Great Crossbell Bake-Off. Oh, Morges! I remember him. Okay. Okie doke. Looks like we had to knock out the city quests, and then we go after the go look for the cryptids. Why are you nervous about West Street? I'm guessing that's where her family is. Okay. Looks like there's a crap ton of stuff to do now. I'm walking up to every NPC to see if I recognize anybody from the other games. Oh. I guess I'm being railroaded into what I can access at the moment. This is the Northeast Harbor area. That lake you see over there is Lake Elm. The view from the park is breathtaking. This area has many modern buildings. Yep, this area also serves as a business district. Many companies have offices here, and a lot of Imperial companies have been moving in recently too. How's the ABC doing these days? One of the biggest buildings belongs to the RF Group. The RF Group. The largest manufacturer in the Empire. Oh wait, they own that building now? Didn't we receive a mandatory request from them? We should head there before we go to the other districts. I'm guessing that's no longer the International Bank of Crossbell then. That's the Michelin cruise ship. I think it's preparing for the first trip of the day. If it's intriguing to you, we should go check it out. Then let us begin our patrol. Yeah, she sounds intrigued. Hey, is Grace here? Why is he walking around with a small child? Don't question these things. Or did you forget that the hero of Crossbell was also walking around with a small child of roughly the same age? Although, to be fair, that child is capable of aging, not like our child. What? Is that a Kapwa? I gotta be really stingy with my money, because I have, like, none at the moment. Mishi! Can I get a picture with Mishi? It's quite bustling, considering how early it is in the morning. Sure is. That's because the boats here take you straight to Michelin. It is a rather famous theme park, viewable from the field exercise camp. I believe its full name is Michelin Wonderland. Yep, its mascot, Mishi, is super popular with kids and adults alike. Tourism had been on the decline, but since the annexation, there have been a ton of visitors from Arabonia. I see. I've never been to a theme park before. They were closed last year, so I didn't have any first-hand experience. I mean, also, you were kind of here on business, shall we say. Since we're already here, it'd be a shame not to check it out at least once. Huh? That hair color and eye color. Perhaps a relative of Yuna's? It seems they are checking people as they disembark. That's the Crossbell military police, right? Yeah, but what are they looking for? It appears the railway military police is here as well. You're right, but still, why? I think the people being searched are the ones who stayed at the resort hotel. Yes, in which case, they are probably increasing their security because the inspection team is coming. That makes sense. If I remember correctly, there's a railway that goes directly to Michelin through the medical college. In which case, it is not unusual for the RMT to be involved. True. But it's strange that they're only checking the guests who are returning. Either way, I guess we won't have the luxury to go to Michelin during our special operations missions. Let's finish up and move on. Yeah, we know. Michelinite. Actually, not Yunan's relative. Totally looks like she should be. Mishi! Hiya! Come on board and set sail for the land of dreams! There's plenty of room for everyone! This is Mishi? Why would someone wear an animal's skin like this? That sounds like a much deeper question than it really is. Don't call it an animal's skin. It's a costume. It's cute. That's right. I'm not a costume. I'm Mishi, and I'm from the land of dreams. Don't give him such a hard time. Can I go to the geofront?
I can see a lot of fish here.
Come on. Come on, I'm short enough to duck under that. Let me go to the geofront. Bah.
Casting. Bite received. It's strong. The expected result. Casting. Bite received. It's strong.
Ooh, rainbow trap, let's go.
The expected result. Casting. Bite received. Heavy tension on the line. I got one.
Yeah, I gotta say, these puffers just... They don't really seem to have much interest in not
Casting.
dying. They don't put up much of a fight.
Bite received. Heavy tension on the line.
Oh, I think this one's new.
The expected result.
Snakehead, nice. It is new. Great, now I've gotten a taste of a new
Casting.
fish, and I have to see if
Bite
there's more.
received. Heavy tension on the line.
I'm pressing the wrong button.
The expected result. Casting. Bite received. Heavy tension on the line. The expected result. Casting. Bite received. It's strong. The expected result.
I like that they give Space Sepith. That's
Casting.
nice. Space Sepith
Bite
seems to be
received.
really high in demand, so the more I get of
Heavy
that, the
tension
better.
on the line.
Now I just need a Time Sepith fish.
It's a big one. Casting. Bite received. It's strong. The expected result.
Alright, I'm gonna get down to 20
Casting.
bait and then move on.
Bite received. Heavy tension on the line. It's a big one. Casting. Bite received.
No.
Mission failed.
I think that might have been a rainbow trout.
Casting. Bite received. It's strong. It's a big one.
Alright. Moving on. I'm guessing there's not really anything else to do except go to the not IBC building. Oh yeah, what about the Hayway building? Oh. It's the Imperial radio station now. I mean, fair enough. They did kind of chase Calvard out, and the Hayway building did burn down, so... Free real estate. Rhineford Group Crossbell Bridge. Looking up at it like this, it's really quite tall. Yes, it is not quite as tall as the tower. However, this building was originally used by a well-known bank. The International Bank of Crossbell, the largest bank in the continent, once run by the former President Croix. Yes, right before the Declaration of Independence, there was a bombing here. Since then, the building was vacated. On a side note, the repairs to the building were finished last fall. The IBC was downsized, but they should still be tenants in the building. As well as the Epstein Foundation, who made the request. Alright, let's head inside. If I recall, back in the Crossbell games, Rhineford Group was renting out space in this building, and now those positions have flipped. It's the IBC that's renting out space in the RF Group's building now. Hi. Hi. Welcome to the RF building. What can I help you with today? Well, actually, Ah, then you must be... I was told you'd be coming. Unfortunately, the Epstein Foundation branch isn't open quite this early. Ah. It seems we're a bit early. What shall we do? It would be a waste of time to simply wait here. If it's alright, I could contact you. When the person in charge gets here, I'll let you know. Are you sure? That'd be a big help. Thanks. Here, I'll write down my number for you. Alright, I'll contact you once they've arrived. Thanks. We'll look forward to your call. Now we can keep patrolling the town while we wait. Okay. To East Street. Chinatown and the Bracer Guild. Let's go. I was wondering why I couldn't proceed, and then I realized there was a rail in my face. Oh. I see a star. Huh? This building is... looks like an old office building. It appears to be locked. It seems like someone's inside. This building? Could it be? Could it be what? Could it be what? I don't recognize it. Some of these buildings look like they need a bit of upkeep. I'm surprised. We're just one block over, but the cityscape's so different. This is more of an Eastern-style district. Crossbell is known for being a melting pot of different cultures. Mainly because different cultures have been trying to control them for a long time. You don't see this in Erebonia, do you? Yes, this truly is the greatest trade city on the continent. Bracer Guild. Over there. Is that the Bracer Guild building? So it is. The prestigious A-rank Bracer, the Divine Blade of Wind, was affiliated with this branch. Unfortunately, I heard it's currently closed for the time being. It is? Why? I see. Huh? The signs are still up. Yes, but there are reasons for that. We don't have any requests nearby, so there isn't any place here we need to visit, but there are a lot of tasty restaurants around here, so maybe we should take a stroll. You had me at restaurants. Wait, there's a green star. The Life of Tomatonio. Right. I forgot about this. I think this was like the only book I've actually read aloud before because it's just so ridiculous and extra. I love it. Someone called out to Tomatonio as he stared at his own body in shock. It was the lazy tomato, who had also survived the storm due to its small size. Ha! Nobody will want to eat you like that now, the lazy tomato jeered. Despite this, Tomatonio was still confident about his body, from his brilliantly red color to his deliciousness. But at that moment, one last wind from the typhoon passed through the field, turning up dirt and dust. Tomatonio desperately clung onto his vine again. But this time, his efforts were in vain, for the vine holding him finally snapped. Tomatonio, no! I really feel this as a potato. Carried by the wind, Tomatonio tumbled toward the forest. His brilliantly red body became scuffed and scratched and covered in dirt. It seemed to go on forever. He finally came to a stop and found himself in the middle of a vast forest. As Tomatonio sat there stunned, he heard footsteps nearby, and glanced around for the sound. He found himself face to face with a powerful boar, notorious for destroying crops. Huh. There's a delicious-looking tomato on the ground here, the boar said, moving his salivating mouth closer. While Tomatonio wasn't exactly thrilled to be in the boar's presence, he was delighted at the boar's words, thinking that he'd be eaten. However, the boar instead seized the lazy tomato, who had also been blown away by the typhoon's last wind. The healthy-looking lazy tomato grinned with pride as it vanished inside the boar's mouth. But soon the boar cried, "Gross!" and promptly spat what was left of the lazy tomato back out. "I've never had a tomato taste this bad." The boar glanced over at Tomatonio. "And that one looks even worse. I know it isn't delicious." He left the 2 tomatoes on the floor. Tomatonio was deeply hurt by the boar's words. "Please don't judge me by my looks. I know I taste delicious." His pained voice faded away into nothingness, and was swallowed by the dark forest. Time passed, and Tomatonio found his freshness quickly fading. But he was still determined. "I'm not giving up. No matter where I am, I'm still proud of being a good tomato. I'm going to be the most delicious tomato ever, and bring happiness to whoever eats me." Tomatonio managed to cheer himself up with his own words and, using the last of his strength, cleaned up his wounds and tightened himself up. Suddenly, his mud-covered skin regained its radiant luster and reflected the dazzling color of sunset. After a short time, a black shadow appeared in the orange sky and descended in front of Tomatonio. I'm on the edge of my seat, man. What's gonna happen next? What the fuck is this story? A freaking amazing is what this story is. It's a story about a great tomato that only wants to be delicious and enjoyed by the people of the world. Or the boars of the world. Hi, Sunita. I remember you. I think there was a side quest where her kitten ran away. Of course we don't need to go this way, but I can go this way. Except I can't. Yes, they are quite aggressive. The Crossbell branch of the Bracer Guild closed last fall. Yeah, I heard it was the Governor General's decision. Of course it was. I mean, he works for Osborne, and Osborne hates bracers, so... Though the building is still owned by the Guild, and bracers still stop by here. I see. They're treated differently from the guild in the capital. Well, technically, the guild is an international organization. In that sense, there are political considerations behind their treatment. You sure know a lot. Oh, right, Intelligence Division. Well, yes. My apologies. You don't need to apologize. Honestly, it's kind of impressive. Anyway, I wonder how the receptionist is doing. He's a really fun person. He's got dreadlocks and a really flamboyant style. Yeah, he's like a... He's kind of like a gay Leo, is how I would describe him. The Bracer Guild has quite a collection of characters. I can't deny that.
That's a sign.
Sign? What, the Bracer sign? No. What sign are you talking about? Oh, 9 volley. Hey, did you know that your 12-year-old daughter has a shop in my town? Maybe. She's an interesting person. Yo. Yeah, so that's why she's here in East Street. So what's become of downtown then? Thanks? I don't know if I like being lumped in with Jaegers, but thanks, I guess. I knew you were a broker, but I didn't know you were a broker. This lady gives no shits about anything. I enjoy her a lot. Yeah, the police apparently had dealings with the shop. They were somehow okay with black market being pretty open. Honestly, in some ways, we were really laid back. Retro Mishi strap. I need dried salmon to get that. What's this? Fisherman's Guild. Alright, she has the same inventory that Freddy does. Nothing new. That sounds really tasty and I want it. I want it in my mouth right now. Dragon fried rice. Keep your hands off Shan-Shan. Or else. But Shan-Shan is so super cute. No one touches my daughter. That's a tall order, dude. That leads out the city. Business Owners Association. Hello. She's so cute! I want to give her head pats. Martial artist Mishi. Dang, that's actually not bad. And I get a feeling it's probably going to be part of some future set that I need to have like the full set of in order to craft a better accessory. Gotta get all the Mishis, yep. But I has no monies. And I don't have a giant fat stack of Zerum items to sell in this game. I'm definitely feeling the squeeze. Alright, I think that's all for East Street. What about Sepith? I already sold all of mine. I only have 49 Sepith mass at the moment. I wonder what Zeit's getting up to these days. Oh, my dog. Nice. Maybe he's just gone back to being a wolf in the wild. Waiting for his moment to be of help again. Yep, the other two bells are in ruins on the outskirts of the city. And they are absolutely not used in any sorts of shenanigans, promise. Thought I recognized your stupid ass. Yikes. Wait, Patiri. Oh, isn't she that annoying girl that we helped out and left in Ymir in the second game? That she was going around accusing everybody of random off-the-wall stuff. Nice service. She was the one that ended up half a country away from her friend. Yep, that's the one. Awkward forced smile. Yeah, that's me whenever I have to do retail. It does not come naturally to me at all. Weren't these peckies used for something? I think they might be necessary to make accessories as well. Not doing anything suspicious, we're just here for school. No! Money! Please! God, why doesn't anything sell for any useful amount of money? God, even the good accessories sell for almost nothing. Racer Nishi! I'll just keep that in my inventory. And now I have 28 Mira to my name. I'm guessing Mona is from East or some other series, because I don't recognize that. Oh right, I forgot I had the free Edgelord outfit for him. But his normal outfit looks way better. Here you go, Altina. Have a Mishy. Why are those 3 in my reserves? Can I have them not be in my reserves, please? I would really rather have Fee and Laura in my group, to be honest. Please? No, we are in the new Class 7, but I want the old Class 7. It's not like I have any money to actually get stuff, but... No! And that one's for Laura, too. Oh god, it sells for 10 each? Yikes. Never mind. Okay. That's actually a decent source of money. God knows I have more than enough beast flesh. Here, have an orca floaty. I'm just picturing Altina swimming around with an orca floaty, and it's the most adorable thing. I want to see a picture of that. She wants to give it a shot. I'm sure she'll like it just fine. Also, it increased her strength. Fuck yes. I think Colorful Watch was another thing that's part of a set. Don't quote me on that because I'm not sure, but... Crossbell is bad for my wallet. See, this was that restaurant, which I don't have the money to get the recipe for. Man, so many ingredients though. I wonder if I can go back to East Street and get that other Pecky that I missed out on. I didn't buy it at the time because I wasn't aware that it was part of a set. Will it let me? Yes. Okay. Now, where was it? Was it in Nine Valley? Probably not. Yeah, you can't actually shop there. You can only exchange. Fisherman's Guild. That's no. That's the restaurant. Apartments. Was it here? You started your PC because it was being bad. I feel that. Okay, here it is. Let me put my head in 9 Volley just to see what I'm even working towards as far as exchanging stuff. I'm not even sure about that one. Okay, so these are the peckies I'm working towards. I need Kinako Pecky, and then I can make the bronze one. That accessory though, plus 10,000 HP, no big deal. I mean, granted, I would certainly like to have offensive stats more, but still, it's a lot of HP. Oh, Mona's from Zvei? Okay. Let's poke our head in the Orbital factory, see if I can't make decent stuff. That was here, Gen 10. I don't remember my way around Crossbell very well anymore. Hey, it's Wendy! She's still keeping on. Alright, I'll do that in just a second. Reading's already good to go. I have just enough to open this one if I want. And if I do that, I can open the next one as well. Time steppeth, please. And that's it. That's all she wrote. Let's see, he already has Holy Breath and Mercuria, so I guess I could give him Thelos. It'll help him revive. Then again, it doesn't have to be blue at all. ATS plus 30. Do I even have like an actual caster? I think she's the closest I have, really. I'd like to put Septian Vein on somebody, but I don't really have anything I'd want to give up. Maybe Shield Breaker? It'll be a slight drop in strength, and losing the ability to debuff is kind of meh, but more Sepith is also really nice. So I think I might just stick with that. Nice, I can make a break too. Megalith Fall. Pretty strong, and also debuffs a large AoE of enemies would be nice, but I don't have any normal Megalith Fall stuff. If I had one more evade, I could make it evade too. I do have some Wind Sepith. See, I have... Ooh, I have enough to actually make a Speed Breaker 2. It's gonna remove Speed Breaker from 2 party members, but I can make up the loss somewhere. Let's see. I guess I can remove HP too, although the extra HP can be nice when things go a little south, but with the way battles tend to go in this game, things tend to snowball either in or against your favor. So once they start snowballing against you, that little bit of HP usually isn't going to help all that much. So maybe swap Mute over here and put Evade 2 on him. Alright. I think that'll do. Let's go.
I won't lose.
Yeah, dear, she has Ranger too. I like that starting hand. 2 things that die easily and give me cards when they die is nice. I don't think I want to summon D-Arma onto the Magic Crystal because I'm pretty sure that their Heaven card is just going to kill it because it wins the attribute square. So instead I'm going to summon 2 of these. And I will leave my Magic Crystal for now because I don't want to move my Ranger up to the front lines to take 2 attacks. That is a beefy boy now. Six and 8? Holy crap. That's scary. I just keep getting D-Armas. I mean, it's fine. I'm still gonna win. It's just kind of boring. GG.
You win this time.
And it looks like I got 3 of those really powerful cards. Only downside is it costs 6 mana to summon. Okie doke. Was there anything I could actually buy from the Orbital Store? Like a new Master Course or anything? Nope. Got them all. Oh, Orbital Dryer though. And a new Mishi! Of course every shop has a Mishi. Why wouldn't they have a Mishi? Honestly, it seems silly to expect them not to. Here, Toa. Oh. Why can't I give it to her now? Nothing stopped me from giving gifts before. This isn't good. I understand they need it by noon, but that's not enough time. Kate! Yuna? What are you doing here? Oh, so the military school that came here from the Empire was... Yes, Thor's Military Academy's branch campus. The school I transferred to. I see. I'm sure lots going on, but welcome home. It looks like Major Revel pulled a few strings for you. Yeah, she did. Oh, let me introduce you. I see. So the Ashen Chevalier is your instructor. Nice to meet you. I'm Captain Kate of the Crossbell Military Police's Security Division. It's an honor to work with a famous hero. Thanks, but there's no need to be so formal. This is all part of our field exercises. I'm just an instructor, so feel free to treat me the same as you would anyone else. Is that so? Understood? Well, cutting to the chase, we need to ask you for a favor. It's going to be a bit involved. Do you have the time to help? Well, this is one of the required things, so I'm going to wait until I do other things to do that. Hello, Mimi. Kitty. Oh, that's not just a kitty. That's the kitty. That's the SSS cat that you feed fish to on the roof every chapter. Oh. It's still hanging around here.
It's just not the same.
Yuna?
Feels bad. Maybe you'll make a comeback someday, guys. Do you have anything new? Doesn't look like it. I mean, the shin guards I think are new, but God, -3 move? No thanks. Move is bad enough at the moment. All right. Nothing super interesting. I think I been to all the major locations. It's okay, you know. Take it easy. I smell bread. It's also the place of one of our side quests. I don't think Yuna wants Reem to come along. But she wants her friends to. Yep. Yeah, right? They may not like you. Ouch. Come on, Reem's been a good boy to you. Sorry, I had an itch in my eye that I just needed to rub out. That sounded dirty. Hi there. Oh yeah, I remember these two. They had like this dynamic where they're each trying to outbake each other. Sweet. Connection with them. This guy acts oblivious, but how much does he actually know? Hello. Matching uniform, she says. Yeah, about that. What matching uniform? Revolutionizing the world of bread. Okay, let's be honest. How much can bread really be revolutionized? There's a lot of good bread dishes, don't get me wrong, but bread's like one of the oldest things in human history, and I'm pretty sure most things that can be tried with it have mostly been tried by now. And then again, maybe I'm underestimating the human imagination, for better or worse. Crap, I gotta cook for this one. Can't I just find some ingredients and leave it at that? No. Okay, I guess. Does it have to be a bread dish specifically, or just any unique dishes? Yeet. No, we're chefs now. Fine. So how does one make a unique dish exactly? Do they have to be good at making it? One specific person making the dish. Well, guess I'll try stuff out.
Now, let's begin. Oh, this is good.
Well, that was a good outcome, but I don't think it was unique. Oh, the person's labeled with the crown at the bottom? Okay. Not seeing any crowns though. Oh, it won't appear unless you already make it. That's unfortunate. Yeah, feel free to tell me. I don't want to screw myself out of, like, ingredients and make this quest uncompletable for the time being. I have no starberries.
I got this in the bag. It turned out great. Have a taste.
Crunchy potato croquettes. Okay. Playing with onion rings, Elliot.
I hope it turns out well.
I'm not sure how this works, but I'm not gonna question it. Sure, Elliot.
I love making this dish.
Elliot, are you talking to my brain? Also, how did you get the food here?
Now we're cooking.
Yes, yes we are.
This is my favorite. Give it a try.
hairy meringue pie. Does it taste like air? I don't have starberries for Southern Punch. I'm missing healthy liquor as well.
Now, let's begin. A worthy meal indeed.
Croquet Vander. Of course, you would name it something like that.
Initiate cooking mode.
Oh, Altina.
Please, give it a try.
That sounds delicious, but what does that have to do with coffee? Oh, here you go. Thanks, Montano. Appreciate it. They get worse. Oh, I bet. Ah, okay, yeah, that might be a problem. Oh, so it's like that. I kind of always felt like, even though they were always competing, there was something there. Yes, but she won't admit it. Brilliant smile. She's not very good at hiding it. Alright, so what's the number I need? Oh, okay. That's why you posted 7. To get the max, I need 7. Well... I need to go get some ingredients. Hooray! Ingredients. I've never paid attention to where ingredients are. I don't cook. Help me out, Times. General store. Do you have ingredients? You do not. Here we go. Need some starberries. Okay, so hearty white stew you said was Laura.
Allow me to prepare something. This turned out well.
Don't know if I've ever heard a stew described as silky before. Is that good? Also, that wasn't unique. What? Heavy meat. Yuna turns heavy meat pie into lovely apple pie. Uh-huh. Is she an alchemist?
Let's do this. This one's pretty special.
Stu is definitely Lauren. Oh, so is it not guaranteed necessarily?
Allow me to prepare something. I'm proud how this came out.
There it is.
Try it.
Okay, so it's not guaranteed. Ew, it's based off of a chance. Gross. Yeah, maybe that's it. Okay, so what haven't I done? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's all of them. Let's go turn them in. Don't worry, I got you. Hey, don't look at Rain like that. Rain doesn't approve of the way they're treating Lloyd either. Trail cucumbers don't just turn into cabbage. I don't know about that food. It's black. Thanks. Ooh. New quartz, though. Breath, Nemesis arrow, and aerial dust. Okay. I need more slots on Altina. I don't know if there's anything I want to get rid of. I guess Impede 1 really isn't doing much. I could get rid of that. It only adds +1 delay. Retro Mishi strap, right. I need dried salmon. Looks like I can get dried salmon from East Street. Why is it so expensive? Oh, 24-hour Cinderella. That was an experience. When you played it the second time, I decided to stick around for the duration, even though I was already late for my own stream. I'm like, okay, I will watch synchronized skating manly men again, for sure. He played it a third time, nice. We are now a 24-hour Cinderella stream. Exclusively. I've gotten so addicted to Genshin Impact, I'm trying to resist becoming a Genshin Impact exclusive streamer. Although that might have more wide appeal, if we're being honest. I like playing these games, but they don't exactly bring in viewers a lot. Genshin is not your fault. Oh, no, I never implied it was. Alright, Louise, I got your thing. Oh, that's a dead end. And that's a raccoon in my face.
Get back! It's down!
I'll assist.
My turn. There! Yuna!
I got that! All right. There!
I shall go. Yeah. Battle complete. Let's continue.
If we're looking for someone to blame for my sudden interest in Genshin Impact, it's probably DB
Let's
Geek.
do this.
He released like a 2-hour video of him watching all the available trailers for Genshin Impact.
My turn.
And that got me curious, and now I can't stop playing.
Now. Yeah.
Please send help.
Battle complete. Let's continue.
I don't know if I'm making it out alive. Oh, I can't return yet. Okay. Maybe I should have looked a sentence or two ahead in that little quest guide. Okay, well... I actually think lived is what I'm looking for. You have a book, don't you? Thank you. Let's see, blue glass of wind chime. Stall in East Street. I missed that. I ignored most of the stalls. Turns out that's a bad idea. She's starting to sway me. This shop is dangerous. Dude, why not just buy a melon? It sounds delicious. Ah, there it is. I'm guessing the reason I can't give the gift to Toa right now is because she's doing field exercises or something? I don't know. other people could be up to stuff, but I can still send them stuff. That way leads downtown. I'm going back this way. It says there's an optional event where you enter the Hayway Company on Waterfront Street? I thought I already looked at that. There wasn't a place for me to enter, was there? Besides, it's not Hayway anymore. Unless that's Hayway. It's possible. What was the map button again? Square. No, not square. Down is down. I knew that. Oh, that was Hayway. Okay, so they just moved across the street. A very nondescript building. Okay, time to do the side quest with... Well, not side quest, but main quest with Kate. Alright, I have time now. Noodle stand? You're auditing a noodle stand? What? We need to make sure everything at this noodle store is on the up and up. Hiding any illegal weapons? I did hear her. I'm just confused. Turns out that noodle stand's being run by someone from Yakuza. And there's definitely under-the-table shady shit going on. And then everybody wants to throw down. Yeah, that surprises me too. I would have imagined they would be pushed out. Yeah, that's fair enough. Hey, this may be Aramonia now, but still good stuff.
Oofed! Check out the sexy nurse. You're well in there, hen.
Suddenly, thick Scottish accent.
Hey, don't say it like that. This is a proper medical intern's uniform.
What is going on right now? Oh!
Can't believe it's been over
Well,
half
that
a
explains
year
the
since we
Scottish
last met,
accent.
though. Don't think I'll ever forget Vivi bubbling away after you said you were transferring schools.
Oh, is that Lind?
It seems like she's found a job that suits her well, though.
You know, I recognize that hairstyle. She's been influenced by Cecile, hasn't she? She probably looks up to her and is copying her hairstyle.
Oh, by the way, did you hear? Right now in Crossbell?
Hi. Looks like a different person is manning the store from earlier. And that person looks familiar. Isn't that Phoebe? We met her in St. Arc. You're right. She looks exactly like her, but... what a coincidence. Yes, it's someone we know.
That a customer I spy?
I'm sorry. I've just been standing here talking and...
Long time no see, you two. Lind enrolled in a medical university, right? I didn't expect I'd find you here too, Becky.
Reen!
Hi! Lind is looking fantastic. Oh, so both of you graduated from Thor's main campus? And you must be Vivi's older twin sister. Nice to meet you. Spitting image of one another, but also the pure opposite personality-wise. Can I beat it? I'm terrible at accents, but I'm gonna try, damn it. This one here doesn't even realize that she's a babe. Plus, she's an easy target for teasing. Hey, Picky! Yeah, she is. It's true. It's surprising how many of your classmates aren't in the military, instructor. That's nonsense. But I guess only about 40% of them ended up in the military. Aye, but maybe not anymore starting next year. That appears to be the case. Or so I heard from Vivi. What's happening next year? Should I be worried? I heard you left to start your own company, Becky. But I didn't know you were here in Crossbell. Well, you can't find a place that's hotter for commerce than Crossbell is right now. The C Street here in particular is lined up with booths. And the people are dead nice too. Oh my god, I'm so bad. So I asked Chairman Moores to let me work here. I see. Being around all these booths sure is great. Yes, it makes me want to eat and walk around. Oh, you know it, girl. Everything's set up perfectly today. Just that, and... Reem, was there something important you all came here to do? Ah, that's right. Actually, Becky... Oh my. A wee bit sudden, but I guess official work's always like that. Can't you say I get it, though? So... I'll go grab the chairman. This should do. Hey, Moores, I recognize you. Finally, someone I know. Wow, it looks like your numbers are much better than last year. Yes, we've had less customers from Calvert, but tourists from Erebonia have doubled, you see. There have been a few more residents after they renovated the downtown districts. The downtown district? That's near where we are. There's a district like that in Heimdall, but was the one here renovated too? It's about like it was redeveloped. Well, there's more to it, but we don't need to concern ourselves with that for now. Then again, if it's for the inspection team, the more information they have, the better it will be for the future of Crossbell. Please deliver it to them with care. Yes, understood. Thank you. Alright, Reem, students, best of luck to you. I pray you find success in your field exercises. I don't know if I could handle Lind and Cecile standing next to each other. That's too much bae at once. Not to mention they both have a super cute hairstyle. The same super cute hairstyle. Copycat Lind. Alright, now let's go shake down a noodle stand, which was up here, I believe, in the Harbor District. Yep, there it is. Yo. Come on in, he says. In where exactly? You're a food stand. There's nowhere to come into. I'm surprised either of them like, dude, what the fuck? We just sell ramen. Why? They're just like, huh, okay. That's a normal request. Nope. You got the wrong guy. Cool. Okay, so what now? It says I should be getting a phone call, but I'm not getting anything. Do I have to go to a specific place? Oh, I haven't done the Epstein tech support. Can I do that yet? Well, let's go check in with the bank and see. Oh, sorry, not bank, I mean... the RF building, which I can't fast travel to, apparently. Are you ready yet? I'm guessing that's a no. So what am I missing? I'm gonna help. Oh my god, stop it. You're already adorable. Don't start mispronouncing your L's. So, I do not know what do. Maybe go back to administrative district. I can't actually go to the administrative district. Okay. I can go back to Orcus Tower. I wonder why I can't walk through the administrative district. That's weird. Speaking of which, can I go to the entertainment district? I want to see Arkansas. Oh, you know what? I think I might know what I haven't done. I haven't gone to see Yuna's family. That's probably the last flag that I need to trigger. And I'll do that. But I want to see if I can go to Entertainment District. No. I want to go see how Ilya's getting on. Yeah, about this place. Things happened. Let's leave it at that. The what now? These are the hoity-toity apartments. I don't believe they're home to Yuna's family. I wonder if I can, if there's a treasure chest I can get out the back of here, like in the Crossbell games. Oh yeah, that's Ilya's apartment, isn't it? Hope she's doing better these days. Nope, looks like I can't sneak out the back for free treasure. Rip. So, these are the apartments you grew up in? Yep, good old Belheim apartments. My family lives on the second floor. Down the stairs and all the way down the hall. Alright, let's go. There are other floors, but I probably shouldn't go nosing around. What the hell kind of JRPG protagonist are you? Poke your nose in all of the places. Fine. It's kind of weird for the ground floor of a building to be the third floor, but okay. Knock knock.
Coming!
Who is it?
Hi.
Oh, Yuna?
Hi, Mom. I stopped by to visit.
Oh, my stars. It really is you, Yuna.
Lena Crawford. That sounds familiar, actually. I think I interacted with her in the Crossbell games. And yet I didn't recognize Yuna's last name for whatever reason. I figured you'd be coming today, but I didn't expect you so early. Sorry, I didn't know when we'd have time to stop by. I'm glad to see you're doing well. You too, dear. It seems like you've lost some weight since I last saw you. But listen to me ramble on. Welcome home, Yuna. Good to be back. So she's Yuna's... I can see the resemblance. Yeah, she seems nice. Oh, and you must be her classmates? And...
Was that Yuna? I heard Yuna!
Tackles.
Yuna!
Whoa!
Are you cosplaying again? No, Mom, this is my life. God.
Oh.
These are...
Ken Crawford and Sister... Nana.
Ken, Nana, come on. Don't jump on me like that.
Yay! Yuna's back! Yuna! It's really Yuna! She's back!
Sheesh, you two are so needy. It's good to see you both again.
Welcome back. Yeah, welcome.
Not gonna lie, the little girl's voice is a little ear-splitting. It's nice to meet you. I'm Reem Schwarzer. I'm the homeroom instructor for Eunice class, class 7. Oh my, so you're the... I see. Now I understand why she never wrote anything about you in her letters, no matter how much I asked. Well, I'm glad I was able to meet you like this. Kurt, Altina, I hope Yuna's not making too much trouble for you two. Oh, no, not at all. Honestly, I probably cause more trouble for her. But I do help her with her notes sometimes. Hey, Allie! I'm glad I was able to meet your family. Since we're here for field exercises, we can't stay too long, unfortunately. If only you could stay until my husband got back. He works in Michelin, so he's always late coming home. Oh, the place with the theme park, correct? Does he work in the park? He works in the planning department for one of the resort hotels. I guess I should have figured I wouldn't be able to see him today. You might be able to get permission to come visit on the last day. It'll be up to Chief Instructor Michael, but I can ask him about it for you. You know, I somehow get the feeling that shit's gonna be hitting the fan around that day, so we're probably not gonna be able to do that. Just based on how Chapter 1 went, anyway. She can get like this at times, but don't mind her. Hey, we were wondering, which one is your boyfriend? Definitely Reem. It's the black-haired one, right? But I think it's Mr. Pretty. Mr. Pretty? Shut up, you two! It's neither of them! Run away! Jeez. Mr. Pretty. I don't think he likes that nickname. It's certainly lively here. This is what it's like every day around here. This is a family. Oh, Tina has no family. At least you have a Mishi. If you'll excuse us. Thank you for the hospitality. The tea and snacks were excellent. Oh, I'm so glad to hear you liked them. Drop by any time, okay? Good luck with everything, Yuna. Yeah, got it. What, you're leaving already? Boring. Oh! Next time you're back, tell us more stories about that one guy. One guy? Hey, come on now, Ken. That one guy? You guys don't know him? He's from the Empire just like you. He's strong and super cool. Oh, are they actually talking about Reem? But they're not aware of it? Yeah, he saved us that one time. Ken? Nana? I'll tell you another story next time I'm back. I even have some souvenirs, so just be good till then, okay? For reals? I'm so excited! Oh, so I'm guessing she's told them stories about Reem, but they're not aware that Reem is right there. And she's definitely too embarrassed to admit it. What a nice family. Yes, they were very warm and welcoming. I wanted to hug those two little siblings. Understandable. I believe the word for them is lovable. Ellie. Thanks, everyone. So, what do we do now? Well, let's head outside first. Because the game needs to have a flag where, you know, just in case you decided to do things in different orders, step outside, obviously, so that the game recognizes where you are. Ah, there's the event. Hello? Hello, is this Reen? My name is Addison. I'm the receptionist for the RF building. Oh, could it be... Yes, the boss just arrived at the office. I was asked to pass along the following message. When it's convenient for you, let's meet at the entrance on the first floor. Understood. Thanks for the call. Of course. We'll be waiting for you. Instructor, was that... Yeah. I think we can get to work on the Epstein Foundation's request. We finished our other requests, so I'll let you decide when we should leave. Understood. I wonder what the Epstein Foundation's new chief is like. We should head over as soon as we're done. Well, I only know one person so far that's directly works for the Epstein Foundation, and he's that doting director that Tio finds very annoying. Gotta go to sleep. Alright, Fontano, sleep well, dude. Thanks for stopping by. Why do I get the feeling it's that annoying director? I think that's all there is to do right now. I'm pretty sure I can't turn in the branch campus quest right now. I could make my way back to the field study location to find out, but I'm pretty sure that would just be a waste of time. I'll save just in case. You never know. Tio! Wait. She's the new chief of Epstein? She's grown up a bit.
Tio, you came back!
Yep, just for you, Yuna. But you'd gone and left me behind. Just kidding. It's good to see you again. Glad you're doing well.
Wait, so... Tio, are you the new chief?
Yep, sure am.
Hey, Tio!
You know her?
Good to see her.
Instructor Reen, is she...
Yeah, I remember seeing her in the report.
You're Class 7 of Thor's branch campus, correct?
Tio Plato.
I'm Tio Plato, Development Chief of the Epstein Foundation's Crossbell branch. Nice to meet you.
So what you need from me, Tio?
Now I see. So you were part of that SSS group we were talking about earlier. No wonder Yuna knew you.
Yep, though I'm here now on behalf of the Foundation, not the police.
It's because the police kind of doesn't exist now.
I went back to the HQ in Le Mans for a while, but... I got promoted to Development Chief of the Crossbell branch here just this spring.
I see. So that's what brought you back.
I should have checked the database.
You seem especially young to be a development chief, though.
I think she would be 15 or 16 now. Yeah, really young. She was 14 in the Crossbell games.
In fact, you seem even younger than us.
Nail on the head. I'm 16, a year younger than Yuna. So it feels kind of weird when she treats me like I'm some living legend.
To be fair, you kind of are.
There's no way I can treat you like you're just some normal teenager. I mean, you're part of the SSS. Tio is seriously amazing, you guys. Not only was she in charge of information management at the SSS,
she can do crazy stuff with her cat ears.
She's a prodigy at working the orbital network. And she loves Mishi more than anything.
Yuna.
Sorry. I lost myself for a second there.
I've heard a lot about the SSS from Randy. It's good to finally put a face to the name, Miss Plato.
Likewise. No need to be so proper, though. I've heard all sorts of things about you, too. From a number of different sources. The Divine Knight. And that black puppet of yours interests me as well.
What, my shoulder Mishi doesn't interest you? Look at it. It's adorable. It's Mishi.
Information regarding Clown Soleus is classified, so I can't tell you anything about it. But from what you have said so far, are you admitting to being involved in the incidents from a year and a half ago?
Top secret, What a shame.
She's gotten a lot more playful. I like it. I'm sure both sides have a lot of questions. But before anything else, can you fill us in about the request?
Ah, good point. Please, look at this.
Geofront. Oh god, we're going to the Geofront. This is... Is it the Geofront? Geofront?
The network of maintenance tunnels that run underneath Crossbell City. It's been expanded so many times, it's gotten pretty huge and unwieldy. For the past few days, the control terminal in a certain section has been malfunctioning due to a bug. For real? A terminal for the orbital network? Yes. This one bug has been creating smaller glitches all over the network. It's been causing issues for a number of public services and the stock market. We would have fixed it already if not for all the monsters down there. Since the Imperial Army's too busy, we asked the Governor General. Is it because they're all tied up with the security for the inspection team?
Most likely. There are monsters down there, though. Alright, understood. So our job is to clear out the monsters and fix the terminal?
No. Repairing the terminal requires highly technical knowledge. But I'll be going with you, so please clear the way for me.
Hey, I know you can fight. Are you going to be in my party? I'm definitely putting you in if you join.
This is the entrance to Geofront's F sector, where the terminal in question is. It serves as a sort of backup for the A sector.
Rather out of the way for an entrance.
There's quite a few others in town that are just like it.
Also one that's hidden inside of a lighthouse for some reason.
So, this is the F sector. I only saw A through E listed in the reports. What are its dimensions and floor layout? Not large enough to worry about. It shouldn't take too long. It's a lot smaller than the sector the two of you visited before.
I see. So, when you and Lloyd went at it. I'll leave that up to your imagination. And what should we do? Do we head in immediately?
Well, when you put it like that, maybe we should prepare first. I'll be waiting here, so go ahead.
Very well. Then I shall take a day to prepare, because it's getting late and getting about time to end the stream. And it seems like we have a dungeon ahead of us, which is where we're going to start off tomorrow. And as for Friday and Saturday, it's going to be Bravely Default 2. Unless I don't feel like it, then I guess it'll be Genshin Impact, because that game has conquered my life. Please, send help. I can't escape. But for now, that's going to do it for me tonight. Be sure to check me out on YouTube if you haven't already. And my Twitter account is where I post stream and YouTube video updates. Though, since discovering Genshin Impact, I've kind of neglected both of them. I gotta shake that off at some point. But I also kind of needed a break from the grind of making videos. It takes a lot of time. But yes, anyway, as always, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, my dudes.